Hello. Today's Sunday, August 23rd, 2020, and I just wanted to make a quick video and update for this past week to let everybody know how everything's went. And I wanted to make a video about when's the best time to buy a stock. And roughly, the short answer to that is probably in pre-market around 7 o'clock. As soon as you can. If you want to buy a runner, you buy those early. And once you see one starting to run, 30, 40, 50%, if you want to risk it, put your money in early. And personally, I would, as soon as I made, I was satisfied with the profit, I'd get back out. Personally, this week, I invested in MTP, and basically it was up 50% by 7 o'clock, and I sold out, just as quickly as I bought in. I was out in 2 minutes. Done made 3 or 4% profit. And, the problem is, if you hold to 9:30 to the market opens, you can either make a lot of money or you can lose it all. It's really a big gamble. But on regular stocks, personally, I get up at 4:30 in the morning to see what's happening with the stocks. From the day before, see which ones are up and which ones are down on my stock list. The ones on my little personal watch list. I have 10 or 15 stocks that I personally like to day trade, and I like to see what's changed from the day before. And generally, I look at them at 4 o'clock, about 4:30. I check in again and see what's changed from the previous day. And check on any news on any of them. See if any news has came out to make any of them go up in price or down in price. And basically my just from doing this, my account's up to 1540 up, and I started at 774 back on May 27th. Yeah, it's something like that. And basically it doesn't take long. You double your account in value. You just basically stick to the main rules. Cutting your having a stop loss, cut your losses quickly. But mainly, if you look at the stocks I trade, I have a couple penny stocks, ticker symbol NAK, and ticker symbol CHNR. Both those two companies, they're pretty predictable. If I'm going to buy into those companies, I'll either buy into them at 7 o'clock, or I'll wait till about anywhere from 9:50 to 10:20, because that's probably the best time to buy any stocks. They'll dip probably for the lowest point. That it'll fall to probably get a better buy, have a better chance of buying something cheap between 9:50 and 10:20 a.m. in the morning than you will at any other point during the day. So I always check, watch those stocks during that, during that time. And also, other than that, I traded Teladoc this week, ticker symbol TDOC, and Overstock.com, ticker symbol OSTK. And I tried to trade NVIDIA, ticker symbol NVDA, but just couldn't quite get get that at the price I was wanting. But mainly I trade stocks that are going up in value. That have an upward trend. So with those couple penny stocks, NAK and CHNR, being the two exceptions to the rule. But the reason I like upward trending stocks is if you don't, the odds are just more likely that you're going to make your money back a lot faster. If you're headed in the right direction, in general, those stocks are going up 20% every month, up 200 or 300% in every 3 months. But like I said, if you check on them, generally, the prices start to fluctuate. When the market opens at 9:30, by 9:50, you'll start to see a dip, and if they're going to drop for that day, they might drop, and if they do, they'll probably drop to its lowest points. In general, that's generally the best time to buy. And if not, then you can always check back later in the day. Sometime after lunch, around 3 o'clock. There's usually a period where stocks tend to cool off, and you may have a chance to buy something for a fairly decent price. But basically, my institution, I trade as Charles Schwab, and the earliest I can buy in's at 7 o'clock. So, I pretty much, have a list from the night before of which stocks, I'd like to buy. And since they're mostly, stocks that are trending upward, in value, which are going up, I pretty much just look for any of them that had a red day from the day before. That there means, I can already get it at a decent price, and there's a pretty good likelihood it's going to go up in value the next day. I can make a better profit on them. Plus, Overstock.com, Nvidia, and Teladoc are all volatile. And Teladoc's basically it had some news out, and that it was buying another company, and it dropped all the way down to 180 from, I think, around 240, and it's coming back up in price. It's slowly, regaining its value. So now's a great time to buy in on Teladoc. Personally, if on these runners or any of these other companies, if I buy them at 7, I go ahead and I put in pre-market. If I buy them in pre-market, I go ahead and I put in a sell order just in case the price jumps, and I can sell them in pre-market and make my money, because that's my main goal, is to make my money back as quickly as possible. Sometimes with these volatile stocks, they'll, right before the stock market opens, they'll sell. Overstock.com is good for that. And so is Nvidia. They'll make a run right before the market opens. So if you want to make a couple $dollars real quick, there's a chance to in pre-market. But there's a lot more money to be made if you wait. If you're not satisfied with the price, you can always wait till when the market opens. And basically, if you're a new trader, my best advice to you all is to just wait for the first hour, to see how things shake out, then all the volatility is pretty much gone for the day, and you can see how things are going to go. But me personally, I already have a set price of what I'm willing to pay for a stock the night before, and once I see that stock at that price, I'll buy it. And you can just get a feel for the way the stock's going to trade, by the volume and everything else, and generally, if I don't get it in pre-market, I'll try again at around 9:50, 10 o'clock. And then, once again, my stock alerts from stockmaster.com are always on, but still, it doesn't hurt to keep an eye out and be ready at between 9:50 and say 10:15 a.m. Alright, once again, I want to thank everybody for watching my videos, and I appreciate it. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll be more than happy to answer it. Alright, I hope the rest of y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend.